Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 429. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera after I do the weather. You can shoot the breeze. You can promote yourself, your business, your special event. Oh, that would be great. And it would also be great if you share this out. That way more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. And William and Dave are both here. Okay, whoa, the comments are coming in fast and furious, coming in hot. Wait, let me put on my specs so I can actually read these comments. And let me move my keyboard out of the way. So William is saying, good afternoon, Durham, NC from North Carolina Central University. Dave is saying, so hello, William, and hello, Dave. Hello, my wonderful YouTube friends. Hey, Dave, fist bump, as always. And then William is saying, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City, and it is indeed. Even though it's a little cloudy out, looks a little iffy out there, but still, it's a beautiful day. And Dave, I hope you're okay. I've been watching those storm chasers. I like to watch the. Plus, I'm also curious as to what's going on in Oklahoma, since I plan to visit Oklahoma in a few weeks. So I hope you're okay down there in Texas, because I noticed that there's some tornadoes going on. I know Texas is a huge state. So I hope that wherever you are, Dave, that you're safe, because it looked a little scary. Actually, now I like to watch Ryan Hall, y'all. He's, to me, the best weather pundit, weathercaster on the whole internets. I like him a whole lot because not only is he good, he knows how to read all those maps, but you know how people send money, when you're on YouTube. So he helps thousands of people. He makes a lot of money, but he gives back. He helps a lot of people. He also takes donations, and he helps people to recover from he just doesn't like buy them meals. He helps them get their houses back together. Anyway, check him out. But he was showing yesterday how, I think it was either Oklahoma or Texas, grapefruit-sized hail, which is like, that made me actually go online to look to see how you protect your car from hail. And there are some expensive ways where you buy, commercial devices to cover your windows. But of course, you could also put blankets. I would suggest investing in a moving blanket. They're just a few bucks. Moving blankets they're really heavy when they're wet. They're heavy when they're dry, but they're quilted, and they can really protect your car from hail. Just in case, it happens out where you are, or in case it happens here. And so Dave is saying, all is well here. Thanks, buddy. Thank goodness, because I don't know why I watch these storm chasers. It can be really scary because they're out there against nature. Just one guy got blown off the highway day before yesterday. That was not Ryan Hall, but the other guy, Reed Timmer. He got blown off the highway. So yeah, great tip. Thank you, Dave. It's important to think of now what you would do if all of a sudden hail started coming down. You'd want to run outside and do something about your car. What some people do, they'll take a blanket, they'll drape it across the windshield and then hold in place with the windshield wipers, and then close them in the car door to hold them in place. So that's another tip. I hope you never have to use these tips, but just saying. So let's get started with the show. I'll get started with the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. Oops. My iPad went back to sleep. I talked so much. Let me reopen it. Yeah, so the word page is the nonprofit and government information page. Lots of programs and services that you can sign up for. And also you can find places to volunteer. That's what you're looking for. Speaking of giving back to the community. So you might want to look into these classes where you can literally save lives by learning CPR, first aid, learn how to use those defibrillators for people who have heart attacks. So the American Red Cross, they teach all of that. They have all these classes. Some are in the office, some are online, and some are a combination of the two. And they're affordable. They have all these different classes. They have online only classes, for example, babysitting basics for you preteens and teens who want to make money over the weekend and the upcoming summer. First aid for opioid overdoses. It happens. A first aid for severe trauma. Now, yesterday, as I was going down Main Street on Duke's campus, I saw a guy on the ground. And there was another guy, I don't think he knew what to do. I wouldn't have known what to do either, but he was hovering over him. And apparently he called 911 because a couple minutes later, the first responders were there helping this guy who was sprawled on the ground. So I hope he's okay. But yeah, it's good to know what to do. Here's one that interests me. I think I might want to take this one. It is Until Help Arrives. And that one's it's $40, but it seems like it's really helpful because somebody might need your help. You call 911, then what do you do? Right? What do you do? So you can take this class and find out what to do. Keep the person at least alive and what is that word? Alive and can't think of the word right now, but like steady, so that when the first responders arrive, they could just hop right on in and help the person. So you might want to look into that. So you go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the Word page, and then you'll see the American Red Cross, and then you scroll down and you'll see the online only classes. And Dave, even though you're not in North Carolina, I know you can take that class if you wanted to. They probably offer it at the American Red Cross in Texas as well. All righty. Let's see what else is going on. Now, the Durham County Public Libraries are open. They're open until, let's see, today's Wednesday, so they're open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6. They reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Let's see. Oh, today's the day to let the city know if you want to fill one of these vacancies. So if you have special knowledge or interest in any of these areas, you can actually help the city of Durham. There's these different committees and commissions. There are 6 vacancies. There are vacancies on the Durham Convention Center Authority, the Durham Homeless Services Advisory Committee, the Durham Workers' Rights Commission, the Housing Appeals Board at Large and Home Ownership, the Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee at Spending the Money, and the Recreation Advisory Commission. So if you're interested in any of those, click and see what is expected of you. And then if you're still interested, then yeah, go ahead and let the city know by end of day today and see if you can fill one of these vacancies. And let me know if you get to fill one of them, because I think that's great. Okay, let's check with Durham Tech and see if there are some classes to take for budding entrepreneurs. These are free classes that are on Zoom, and they're offered across the state. So let's see real quick what is being offered today, with it being the 29th. Oh, here's one. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one's in Spanish. Okay, so if you know a person who speaks Spanish and prefers to get their information in Spanish, they might be bilingual, but sometimes when it comes to information, you want it in your native language. So if you know a business owner or someone who wants to start a business who speaks Spanish, let them know about this. In English, it's Get Funding, a guide for service entrepreneurs. This will be from 4 until 5. And in Spanish, it's I'm going to do my best. Obtén financiamiento, una guía para emprendedores de servicios. And that is today from 4 to 5. How do you say it in Spanish? From 4 a las, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, a las 4 I don't know how to say until. Cuatro to cinco p.m. There you go. And it's totally gratis. It's free. Okay, here is another class from 6 until 8. And this one is, oh, I skipped one. Wait a minute. The next one is from 5 until 6, and this one is how business owners can manage their time and focus for better business results. It is so hard to focus sometimes. You have families, you have other obligations. Some people are taking care of their parents and and their kids and their neighbors and the whole world. So it's really hard to manage your time sometimes. So learn how to do better from 5 until 6. And Dave is saying, muy bien, amiga. Thank you, Dave. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm definitely not bilingual, but I took French as a high schooler, and then I took Spanish in college. Anyway, don't know either one. Let me continue. This next class is from 6 until 8, how to successfully negotiate with clients and vendors. Negotiation skills are definitely important. Um, so, in terms of clients, of course, you want to make sure that as you're working for, if you have a service business and you're, working for someone or helping someone, you definitely want to make sure that the price is right, and that, when you have your back and forth with the price and other things like maybe purchasing supplies or whatever, or maybe you're negotiating the time, the hours. It's also really good to know how to do that as well. And of course, dealing with vendors, sometimes the prices are a little negotiable sometimes, and it's good to be able to maybe give a little to get a little, do a little bartering or whatever. It happens. It's a good way to work with people. And even if you don't do it as a business owner, it's good to know how to do this as an employee too. Because sometimes you need some time off, and that ordinarily you wouldn't get, but you want to tell your boss, well, I can come in early. I actually, when I was young in Chicago, my first job, I worked as a proofreader at an engineering firm. And I had the opportunity to take part in a city program where they had street musicians to play during the lunch hour for tourists and office workers, and they paid like $500 for the summer. And I think, what did we do? We played, I think it was an hour and a half or a couple of hours, I can't remember, per day for lunch. And they would assign us where to stand and play our music. I played guitar, my partner played saxophone. And I went to my boss and I said, I know this is weird, but I have this opportunity. And so I told him that I would be playing music during my lunch hour, but I needed an extra, I think, hour and a half on either side of the lunch hour in order to get to the place and to fulfill the obligation with the city. And they let me do it. They let me do it because I promised that I would come in an hour early every day over the summer and stay an hour late. So we negotiated and it worked out. I still got my work done and I got to take part in this activity for the city. So negotiating is really important. Like I said, sometimes you have to give up a little something in order to get a little something. So anyway, so that's going to be this evening from 6 until 8 on Zoom. I have the link so you can go ahead and register as soon as possible and take that class. And I think that's it for today's classes. Okay, let's scroll down to SCORE because they might have something going on too. SCORE is the Service Corps of Retired Executives, where you can take classes with them too. And they also have mentors, so you might want to check them out. Their office is in downtown Durham, and everything that you need is right there on the Word page. We continue to scroll down. More and more is on this page. There it is. Because I thought something was going on today. Let's see. I'm wrong. The next workshop, I thought it was today. The next workshop is actually next Wednesday, May 6th. Yes, next Wednesday. Okay, that's fine. All righty, let's go to the To Your Health page, where there are some research studies that maybe you want to take part in. You'll be helping local researchers, universities, etc., with their programs and their apps and different ways to help the community. And Dave is saying, pity pat lore. Well, sometimes you want to tell a little story when you're imparting information, especially if you're older, because somehow, for some reason, older people like to tell stories. I don't know. But anyway, so if it helped, I'm glad. Okay, let's see. Let's check for. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, let us check with the American Red Cross to see if there are some blood drives where you can save lives by donating blood. Yes, there's a blood drive. It starts in an hour. So the American Red Cross will have a crew over at the Trinity School of Durham in Chapel Hill, 4011 Pickett Road. They haven't started yet, but they'll start at 1:30 and they will be there until 6. And then tomorrow, they'll be at the NCCU, North Carolina Central University's new student center, 500 Nelson Street, and that will be from 1 until 6 tomorrow. And the new student center, they have their own parking lot, so there might be room for you if you can slip in there early. So that will be from 1 until 6 tomorrow. Okay, let's check with Blood Connection. They do the same thing. Let's see, their next blood drive is not today, but tomorrow. They'll be at the Lodge at South Point, 1300 Knoll Circle, from 3 until 6 tomorrow. All right, let's go to the top of the page and click on that Health Events button. And let's see what's going on today in the health area, the health department. Let's see. Today's the 29th, so nothing today, but in case you're getting your schedule together for tomorrow, the American Dance Festival, they have these free classes for people with Parkinson's disease and also their care partners. So tomorrow, there's going to be a free class from 2 until 3 at their studio. It's called ADF Scripps Studios, and it is at 721 Broad Street on the second floor, and it's called PWR Moves, Parkinson's Wellness Recovery. And again, it's free. I have a phone number in case you have some questions, and I also have a link so that you can go ahead and sign up. It's a free class. You don't have to walk far. I know sometimes it's hard to walk when you have Parkinson's, but they have their own parking lot right next to the building. And then once you're in the building, just a couple more steps, and then the elevator is right there. It can take you up to the second floor. And if you can't make it in person or you don't walk very well, you don't want to take the chance, then on Fridays at 11 o'clock, there's a virtual Dance for Parkinson's class, and hopefully it can help improve your ability to walk and move and dance. And these are free. Okay, let's go to the Durham Center for Senior Life listing on the Senior Scope page. But first, let me remind you that the Durham Senior Games are going on right now. And don't forget the Silver Arts. I think the arts that are being distributed by seniors, they're being showcased at Holton 401 North Driver. So you can check that out. Now today is like a free day. So nothing is going on, but tomorrow they're going to have pickleball competition at Pineywood Park, 400 East Woodcroft Parkway. They have lots of parking. That's a big park. It's a huge park, and there's plenty of parking. This will start at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and I think I'm going to go and see if I can do a bit of a video and taking some pictures and whatnot. So that's going to be tomorrow, 9 o'clock, pickleball at Pineywood Park. And then on Friday, they're going to have bowling at where else but Bolero. So that's 4508 Highway 15501, and that's going to be Friday at 9 o'clock. I'm going to try to go to that one as well. And then they end up the games on Monday. It looks like Monday and Tuesday. Monday cycling, um, and then it says the Silver Arts drop off at Holton on Monday. So I guess they're not displaying the art just yet. So I guess they drop off the art next Monday. Then on Tuesday, the last events are golf at Hillendale and then cornhole at Lyon Park. Oh, by the way, the cycling, that's at Hillside High School, and that starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. I guess they figure if you're a bike rider, you get up early anyway. So there you go. I'm gonna try to make that one too if I can. That's a little early. But let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. Great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. So let's see what's going on today with it being Wednesday. Let's see. The Hispanic Heritage Group with their activities in Spanish continues until 2. Chair Flow and Flex at 1. That has a red FB next to it, which means you can attend via Facebook. You can watch from the Durham Center for Senior Life Facebook page. If it just so happens you can't make it downtown, you can actually take part while at home. Also happening this afternoon, the Lifeline dancers at 3:30. Yes, they have a line dance crew, so to speak, and you can join them today in the exercise room at 3:30. Now tomorrow morning, Seniors on the Move, line dancing at 8:35. Just Ask George, that's tech questions, learn how to use your tech. That will be from 9 until 11 in the computer lab. Open Art Studio at 9, Breakfast Bingo at 9:30, Yoga Your Way at 10, also on Facebook. Keep It Moving, Gentle Exercise, Conversational French Club at 11, and Cardio and More at 11:15. Oh, and African Dance and Drumming at 11:30. Now let's check for the special events. Let's see. Today's the 29th. Oh, that already happened. Ooh, going on right now, the Justice Academy Fraud Prevention with Proactive Safety and Security. That's going on right now until 1:30. So I don't know if you're going to walk in late for that one if you're not already there. But I'm just letting you know, that's what's going on right now. Now, tomorrow at 3, they're going to have Digital Navigators with TNVLC. That is the Triangle Nonprofit and Volunteer Center. So they're hosting a 4-part class where seniors can learn all about email, social media, telehealth, that's, learning about health online, and also all about staying safe and avoiding scams on the internet. So if you want to register, you'll actually be calling the Triangle Nonprofit and Volunteer Center, and their phone number, might as well tell you right now, is 919-321-6875. So that's going to be tomorrow at 3. So call and see if you can get in on that. All right. Now, let's go to the Let's Go page. Let's see what's going on in terms of the calendar of events. Let's see, 29. There we go. Ooh, this is going on right now. Hub RTP, which is now usually when I give the address for Hub RTP for the South Durham Farmers Market, I say 500 Park Offices Drive. I'm used to saying that. Oh, you can hear the birds, Dave? Okay. I do have the front door open because the weather's so pleasant today. I didn't know you could hear the birds. I love just listening to them sing. I love that. It's like spring, Okay. So usually I give this address 500 Park Offices Drive, but when it comes to these concert series at Hub RTP, apparently that's at a slightly different location. I guess it's a bigger space than I realized. So the address that I'm giving, which is 3151 Elian Drive, that is the address that they give for Hub RTP's concert series. So going on right now is the Shuffle weekly outdoor lunchtime concert series, and the artist is Butler Knowles playing country and western music, and that is today, going on right now until 1:30, and of course, free admission. All right. Also happening today, if you're looking for work, SOAR Logistics. I don't know if they say SOAR, that's what it spells, but I'll just say SOAR because it's in capital letters. So SOAR Logistics, they're hosting a delivery driver hiring event. It's going on right now until 3 o'clock at the NC Works Career Center, 1105 South Briggs Avenue, served, by the way, by the number 8 bus. They have full and part-time positions, and they still might be interested in you, even if you have no experience as a delivery driver, or even if you don't have your CDL, which is a commercial driver's license. So maybe some deliveries are in like regular cars. I mean, I guess you can find out. So that's going to be today. If you have a resume, get that together real quick and then head over to the NC Works Career Center for the delivery driver hiring event. And again, that's going on until 3. So you probably don't want to wear jeans. Probably want to, look nice. And that again is until 3, 1105 South Briggs Avenue. If you get a job, let me know. St. Joseph AME Church, which is at 2521 Fayetteville Street, they're having their community food giveaway. That's this afternoon from 2 until 3. Also, the Emmanuel Food Pantry, they operate out of the Iglesia Presbiteriana Emmanuel, and that's at 2504 North Roxborough Street. And they will be giving away food from 2 until 4. However, here's what you got to do. If you want to get food from them, you have to sign up by 1 o'clock. So you have a half hour to sign up online. I have the link right there on the Let's Go page. Go to DurhamSkyWriter.com, go to the Let's Go page and scroll down to today's date and you'll see it. So you sign in by 1 and then let them know what time you can get there between 2 and 4. And when you get there, you're actually heading over to Lavender and Banner Streets, which is, right around the corner. And then they'll let you go when it's time. Because the problem is they were clogging up traffic just a little bit there. Because, North Roxborough Street is a very, southbound is also a very, very important street. It is one of I think it's the only street. Yeah, Roxborough is the only street that covers the whole city. Well, it still doesn't cover the whole city, but almost the whole city from north to south. So it's very important to keep the streets, as clear as possible. And I don't know, Dave, I don't know what size town you live in, but I guess Durham grew organically. It used to be a small town. My mom's from here, and it was pretty small when I was a little kid, but now it's really growing. But the streets, we don't have that, like Chicago's like grids, it's like, well, actually, what Chicago did, there was a big Chicago fire. And I'm guessing when you have to start all over, you probably have a better opportunity for setting things up. And Durham didn't have that. So Durham has grown organically, which means they just start streets wherever they can. They're like, oh, this is a good spot, and let's put some housing here. So yeah. So Roxborough is just about the only street that goes from north to south, almost all the way, not all the way, but almost all the way. We continue. Let's see, where was I? Okay, that's the Emmanuel Food Pantry. Okay. Kings Park International Church, they're also giving away food today. They're at 1305 Odyssey Drive. They have not only a food pantry, but also a clothing closet. So if you're getting back on your feet, getting back to work or school, you can get something nice to wear and look nice and feel confident. This will be from 5 until 6 this evening. And don't forget Catholic Charities. They're running the Durham Community Food Pantry right now in the Lakewood Shopping Center until 1 o'clock. So when you talk to the social worker, let them know if you can't have dairy or pork, and they'll make a substitution. They also have diapers. Now, it's the end of the month. It's like the second to the last day of the month. They probably have run out of diapers by now. But next week, they'll get some more in. But still ask because they might have the size that you need. They have various sizes, the little ones, newborn to toddler sizes, and the big ones for adults. So they might not be all out. But if you need diapers, ask. And if they say they don't have them, they don't have them. But they will tell you when to come back in so you can pick them up. So you can only go once a month. But yeah, today's a good day for getting some groceries if you're struggling. Now, if you can't make it by 1 o'clock at Catholic Charities, they'll be doing it again later on this afternoon from 5 until 7. Okay, now there's a couple of special events. Oh, wait a minute. Let me not skip over game night. It's game night at Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive, off of Highway 54. They'll be sitting outside at the tables. You can make new friends, play some board games, and of course, food and beverage restaurants will be right there. So if you get hungry for a late snack or dinner, you can make a quick purchase and then get back to the games from 5:30 until 8:30. Now, Delta Sigma Theta's alumni chapter, they're holding a very special event today called What is the Impact of Environmental Justice in Our Communities? That is tonight from 6 until 7 at their center, which is at 1000 East Forest Hills Boulevard. So there's going to be a discussion about the impact and effect that environmental justice campaigns have on our communities. It's free admission and everyone is welcome. There's another specialty. I hate when these events happen at the same time, but the Southern Coalition for Social Justice. So there's environmental justice and social justice. I guess they didn't check their calendars, but they're competing events. Anyway, competing events. So the Southern Coalition for Social Justice, their event is called Designing Communities That Protect Our Waters. So they'll be talking about the steps that can be taken to protect our waterways. Local river keepers will be talking. Samantha Kropp from Sound Rivers, Emily Sutton from the Haw River Assembly, and James Huey from the Southern Coalition for Social Justice. Free admission, light refreshments. With this particular event, they want you to register. So I do have a link so you can click and register for this event. And I also have another link because apparently they are introducing something called the new Gold Standard Development Practices for Watershed Protection, which is a guide. So I guess you can click and check it out. So I have the link right there. If you can't go to the meeting, at least check out the guide. Okay, now if you like to roller skate, Wheels Durham, which is at 715 North Hoover Road, they're hosting $6 Wednesday night skate. That is tonight, 6 until 8:30. Admission for skaters is $6. You can rent skates if you don't own skates. Now, non-skaters who are adults, they're paying $4 if they're just there, to watch the kids. And that again is from 6 until 8:30 at 715 North Hoover Road. Now, if you want to see a classic flick, and I've actually seen this one, the Carolina Theater of Durham, which is downtown, 309 West Morgan Street, their retro film series will be featuring John Huston's The Maltese Falcon. That's a good flick. 1941, black and white. I think it's in black and white. Yeah, I'm sure it's in black and white, isn't it? I mean, I grew up with a black and white TV. I'm assuming it's in black and white. Anyway, it's from 7 until 9. And what's really funny, The Maltese Falcon is a great movie, but the ending, you're gonna be like, This didn't make any sense. Even the actors admitted that they didn't know what was going on by the time the movie ended. So I guess it's one of those freewheeling movies. But anyway, it's fun to watch. It's really fun to watch. So it stars Humphrey Bogart, Sidney Greenstreet, Peter Lorre, and others. So tickets are 10. And if you can't remember what it's all about, then you can click and watch the trailer. And then there's another link so you can click and get your ticket online just in case. It might sell out. It's a very popular movie from 1941. Okay. Brett's open mic is tonight at the Blue Note Grill downtown at 709 Washington Street. The band will be playing R&B, smooth jazz, and funk. You pay $5 to get in, and then you might get up the nerve to hop on stage and join them. That should be fun. And if you can't join them or can't attend in person, you can always watch from Facebook, from the Brett's Open Mic Facebook page. Now, tomorrow morning, Catholic Charities will be running the Durham Community Food Pantry again in the Lakewood Shopping Center, 2020 Chapel Hill Road, from 10 until 1. And Whole Mama Yoga, they're hosting Baby and Me Yoga, where parents and their little ones from 4 months old to 1 year old can learn yoga at Jewish for Good. That's at 1937 West Cornwallis Road. The class fee is 10, or if you become a member, it's free. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Let's take a peek at the weather. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see. It's not bad. It's 66 right now. It is cloudy, and it looks like it's going to be cloudy all. Oh, wait a minute. The sun's going to peek out around dinner time. Okay. I'm here for that. But for the most part, it's going to be cloudy this afternoon with the high of 74. It's 66 right now. And it looks like there's a 45% chance of rain. And it looks like if it does rain, it's going to be at 10 o'clock. So yeah, unless you're out late, yeah, you should be okay. Take your umbrella just in case, because it looks really cloudy out right now. I mean, it looks like it's going to rain in a minute, even though it says it's not going to rain now. But anyway, 45% chance of rain, high of 74. Now tomorrow, Thursday, the high will be 72, and it will be partly sunny. And then Friday, are we going backwards? 69 Friday, and then Saturday, 57? Well, it is spring, so no worries. Next week is going to be set back up to the 70s. That's nice. But anyway, there you go. That is it for today's show. I do hope that you have a good afternoon. Maybe take a little walk or whatever. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm live tomorrow. Let's see. Whoa. Yes. Yes, I will be doing the show live tomorrow at noon. So that's when I'll see you next. Have a great afternoon. Don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. And William and Dave, thank you so much for being here. And Dave is saying, great cast, buddy. Fist bump. Thank you as always, and ciao for now. You know that's right. Thanks, Dave. And thank you, William, for being here as well. And for those watching the replay, thank you. Ciao for now.